So I want to talk about this Bonnie Blue thing and this whole her being super taboo, and Lily Phillips was also in it. But as far as I know, she changed her life, and so we're not going to talk about her. We're going to let her go through her hardships because there are going to be consequences to what she did with her body. But you can never sell your body and it be worth it. You can never sell your body and it be worth it. By the way, you can never sell your body and it be worth it. I have tried to fill the void in my life, and I think that's what she's doing. I think we all do it in some way or another. Some of us may try to fill the void in good ways. We help others. We, practice and get athletic and go running and stuff like that. Nothing wrong with that. Church and stuff like that. Ultimately, the void can only be filled by God, in my opinion. But there's also healthy habits you can build, and then you got bad habits. One of my habits is I spend money. When I feel insignificant, I go down to Dollar Tree and try to feel powerful, like I got something. When I feel out of control, which in this part of my life, I kind of feel a little bit out of control, trying to work my way out of the corporate world. We already talked about that. But, you know, just slowly, I spend money like it really matters. And I spend money on, like, I hate saying this because I know the data centers are destroying everything. But I spend money on AI. I spend money on AI voices, have you seen in some of my videos? And it's gotten to the point where I just felt like I was out of control. I'm seeing the same thing with some of these women who are promoting OnlyFans and stuff like that. Way more than I've ever seen. Now it's actually a thing, and it's so sad to see because these girls are so young and they think that showing parts of their bodies is really what's going to make a difference in their lives because they're making a little bit of money. But no amount of money is ever going to matter. And then I see it more and more with the men. The men, with the whole red pill thing, and I know it's gotten way more political. But you got men who are, finally going out to the streets and enticing people like they did back then, like running into stores and stealing stuff. Now you got people calling people slurs and stuff like that to try to gain a following. And that's just going to entice more violence between us. So you got men out here wanting to dang near just fight people and, literally pew pew people. They want to do that. And you got women who just want to just spread their legs open for anything and anybody, turn every situation into this is a way to my freedom or my body, when all of us are just trying to fill the void and we're all fighting each other on this and that and relationships and this and this. And it's just crazy. And so I think that's all that's happening here. It's sad to think that, when I think about a baby shower and her having a golden shower, I'm not even in the least bit shocked anymore by these kind of stuff. It's kind of a sadness and something I'm also trying to get out of is staying too much on social media. I don't want to become numb to these things. I hate that. I don't want to become numb to seeing somebody get harmed, get GTA'd. I don't want to become numb to that. I don't want to get numb to hearing those stories. I was watching a young lady the other day who got caught up in a scam. She may have known about it. She may not have known about it. But it broke my heart because, I mean, this young girl looks like, people in my family, and stuff like that. And it was just this young girl just thinking that she was going to get an absorbent amount of money, but she got caught up in the scam. I actually do think that she was a part of it. But at the end of the day, you do, at some point when you're young, you hit this line. You draw this line in the sand where you're like, man, when you get in trouble and you start crying and you're just like, man, I knew it was wrong and I just didn't want to get caught. But I'm trying to get out of being homeless. So I took this loan and now it's ruining my life. Or some of us who went to college and we're like, man, I was just trying to feel better about myself. Now I'm $60 in debt and that degree didn't get me no job. And here I am still out here trying to pay off this debt. And it never seems to go away. And it's just these little things in life that make you go, you know what? F it. I'm just going to go into sex work. F it. I'm just going to go into scamming. F it. I'm just going to go spend all my money. F it. I'm going to go into drugs and drinking. And so I think that's just kind of where she's at. And I think that's kind of where we're all fighting every day. It's just not to fall into some kind of pit of whatever addiction it is out there. Because at the end of the day, it's hard to want to only seek God and seek goodness. And that really comes down to the people around you. I have noticed that now that I work remotely, it has become much harder for me to want to live good because I'm not around people. Because the more I'm in my own head, and social media being the only outlet is a problem because I don't know any of these real people. Even if they're talking about this is how you do this and that, Then I have to turn it into a parasocial relationship and be like, okay, this person knows me. And it's like, no, they don't. And so, man, we're all filling that void in some way or fashion, hopefully with better things. But this stuff right here, unfortunately, doesn't shock me. But it does show the symptom of the problem. We have gotten, as life goes on, it gets easier and easier for us. And we just fall into everything more and more.